everybody. It's another wonderful day in Canada, I guess. So, what's going on? Well, apparently our president can't get anything done because they're treating him like they treated Obama. But I don't know. Seems like everything's been pretty fair lately. I gotta tear this thing down, the screen room. Tear it down. So, what am I doing today? Reflecting. What is there to reflect on? How can I be a better people, I guess? Easy. Show a little more respect. So, I guess the news is Caitlyn Jenner wants to be a senator. Who cares? I don't give a damn. Caitlyn Kardashian or whatever, I don't care. Do your thing. Fuck it. Who cares? Nobody gives a shit about the people anyway. Just another person of means taking a job that should be given to a regular citizen. Should be no more elected officials. Ever. No more. You should have to be called. It's like jury duty. Hey, you called to be on the Senate for 2 years. What? Me? These people who have these crazy ambitions, world domination mindsets and shit. We gotta stop letting those who can afford to pay their way to be in the front of the line. We need to stop allowing them to be in the front of the line. Society is just completely crumbled. You got people riding around like President Snow and shit, and regular people fucking eating dirt. It's ridiculous. The haves and the have-nots. People taking their families out now. I mean, how fucking pitiful is that? Life is so fucked up. You got to take out your kids and shit. It's fucking stupid. Then you got people paying for walls. Do you want a wall? And what happens when we got to run from America? Get stopped by a wall. Gotta get out. Can't get out. Can't get past the wall. Walls are made to keep people in. So put another barrier up. So all you humans, because apparently I'm not supposed to be human. So if I'm not human, I might as well just tell you humans fucked up the whole place. So maybe it's time for something to come down from the sky and set shit straight. Maybe people need to start standing outside and sticking their feet in the ground and staring up at the sun and shit for a little bit and learn something about life. Because this, what's going on now is it's suicidal. It's like a society killing itself. People won't accept that colonialism is bullshit. It's ruined America and wherever it's touched. And the truth is that some of the founding fathers was not good people. And it's like shit. People want to be mad and shit. What the fuck you mad for? Why would you be mad if the person that shit on your grandmother, you know, was a hero to somebody else? You know, mad? It's gotten to the point to where it's, what do you expect? What do you expect from people? You know, when people misjudge you, they misjudge you based on what they would do if they were you, or what they believe you would do because they think they can live inside your head. Only a few people can truly look at things from other people's perspectives. And those people who can look at things from other people's perspectives, we don't get any credit for shit. Or always, you're going to do this and you're going to do that and you're not going to be fair. Why would you assume that someone is going to do the worst when you won't even do it yourself? You know, people really can't understand the significance of their own mental bullshit. I mean, I'm just having a complete loss for words, but when a situation calls itself, and you challenge the situation, don't be upset. Why would you be upset? Because things don't go your way. If you're not going to tackle a situation, don't be upset. It's like the election. It's been almost a fucking year. You know what I mean? Almost a year. The election's over with. It's over with. And you hear the news talk, and then you hear the president talk, and then they bring up the election. You know what I mean? Real motherfucking Americans don't give a fuck about that election. Okay, it's over, it happened. Okay, fine. Eat your fucking wine. Eat your wine. I mean, get some cheese to go with your wine. If you didn't want the guy to be president, you wouldn't have sat and watched the fucking show. You'd have got your ass up and voted. And then on top of that, you would have did the homework. So if the two main candidates are crooked as shit and dirty as shit, then how come you didn't go to 4 or 5? Because you didn't see them on the news? Because the one guy made a stupid fucking mistake, the same thing that this guy's doing now, same thing that Bush did, getting locations wrong sometimes. Shit happens. But see, when you bet on a coin, you're bound to get one of two sides. One coin. Republicans on one side and Democrats on that other. Democrats, Reapers, but you got the Democrats on one side and the Republicans on the other. One coin. You had a chance to vote for the middle, put the coin on the end, but you didn't. Now you're gonna bitch about some dude that's taking care of his own business first. What's the first thing you learn? Family comes first. You take care of your people first. That's what we was taught. But that's not how we think. Once again, that's how you misjudge people. The assumption that I'm going to take care of my people first. He is taking care of his people, the millionaires and the billionaires, the forgotten people. You think he was going to take care of some skinheads and some. He took those guys off the terrorist list so they can run them up, so he can arrest them up, so he can round them up. So that's the bottom line. Bottom line is everybody takes out their own trash. And that's what he's calling the poor people. Trash. And if a certain group of people only makes up a certain amount of the population, who's he really hurting? He's hurting more of his own people than he is of the other ones and the other ones and those ones. And by telling people that they can't come to this country, Obama did the same thing. All presidents ban other countries from coming here, or certain people from coming here. That's true. We don't want no radical Christianity in America at all. Nobody wants any radical Judaism, any radical anything. But it's already happened here. So they will associate Islam with what? Black people. That's the bottom line. It's the first thing Malcolm X found out when he went to Mecca, that not all Muslims are black. So when you have these people overseas doing this old racial war, calling it a religious war, just look at history. Look at the history of the Moors. They conquered Spain and all that shit. So look at the history of the Moors. They were a multicultural black society. They had Christians, I guess Muslims, I guess Jews, but they were a predominantly black society. Let's just go back, let's just say, for safety, make sure I'm correct, let's go back 7,000 years. Go back in the DNA pattern. Go back and find out when Anglo-Saxon DNA started and all that European DNA. Find out when it popped up on the map before you start making judgments about this and that and who's who and what's what. Because if it doesn't matter, why is the situation so bleak and why is it the way it is? It's not my fault. I don't control anything. Last time I had any control or any power was probably about 7,000 years ago. But see, people wouldn't understand that because colonialism only goes back like, what, 65? So everything else is fiction. 6,000 years worth of fiction and storytelling has erased the real truth. So who gives a shit at this point? You know, who cares at this point? Do you really care? Do you really care about the society we live in? No, you don't. You don't. You don't care. See the sun trying to peek through the clouds? See, you get the sun back there? See it? Co-starring the sun. Uh, uh, there you go. There you go, right there behind the cloud. But what do you think? You have to think about yourself. And what do you want for yourself? How you want to live? Somebody was asking me what's the purpose of humanity, and somebody said it's to take care of its elderly. But the thing is, maybe it's to take care of your neighbor. Why don't you put yourself in this scenario? People down the street are fucked up. They fucking steal from everybody. But what if they didn't have to steal from anybody? What if nobody had to take nothing from nobody? So, what I mean is like, what is your purpose? Is to take care of the people in your community, because the people in the community are supposed to take care of you. Everything works in conjunction with each other and whoever there is in the community. So they ask them for something, you do something for somebody else, and they do something for somebody else, somebody do something for you. It just gets done. Why people bitch about the fucking easiest and simplest thing? How can you be a civilized society if you can't even look at the next person in his face and tell him why you don't like him? Or what's the reason for your discontent towards somebody else? I told I have no hate for nobody. Because this world and everything in it is part of thimble-sized brain. Say, and look down. They want to hawk it off for themselves. Knowledge is power and all that shit. Well, knowledge is power and shit. Because your knowledge is not used correctly. What you gonna whole society and say, hey, everybody stand in line. I'll give everybody $5. You know what you're gonna do? Never. Me and my buddies live on the one lives on each side of town. We both have houses in town. Then our opinion becomes big. Once your opinion is big, then your attitude gets big. So once your attitude is big, then your stature needs to be fitting your attitude. And then your through the roof, it's confidence, it's swagger, how you carry yourself. What you were was never meant to be mocked, copied, manipulated, regurgitated. And what's the word? I say processed and brought back to you. And what is the reality? You are nothing but everything that is supposed to be you. There's a mockery of it, even in music. What's the joke? Who's the joke here? You know, what do they say? Flattery? Oh, what I don't know. Fucking stupid fucking sayings. Moral of what I'm trying to say right now is, people, we're all interconnected. If we keep treating each other like shit, guess what's gonna happen? When the body turns on itself, what happens? We are part, we are cells in a body. We're all part of something bigger. We can't keep on continuing to not understand. Because inside your mind, you feel it. How many people heard something and you're like, that cannot possibly be real or true? Because it makes no sense. Like, say for instance, say you take a ball. Nah, I can't use that one. I guess I can't even give you any analogies. I gave everybody, I've been saying this shit for the last 11 years. Give you every analogy, every conceivable notion. Just talked about people being scapegoats last month. I'm like, they don't want to hear it. Fuck it. Fall in the hole. And then scream, let me in the hole. And then how many people stand around the hole and look at you and pull the cameras out? Man in the hole. I can't dial 911. I'm filming. What kind of society we're in? A little kid has to jump in a pool and shit, save another little baby from drowning. Well, adults and shit sitting around the fucking front of your video cameras out. Can I find my cigarettes? It's not my kid. You know, father dies trying to save his son and 4 or 5 other kids in a fucking swimming hole. You know, I mean, you see selfless acts of non-humanity because all the humans do is destroy shit and tear shit up, fuck up shit, and blame each other for it, and then point fingers and make people hate each other. They did it. They did it. And that's a damn lie. We know who did it because you feel it. Our sensories are starting to catch up, and our feelings, our emotions are turning on again, and people can see. And a great person once said, "Forgive them, for they know not what they do." And when that time comes around again, there will not be any forgiveness because not even your own people want to forgive you if they knew who you were. But my talk is not just to the controllers of this great ball, fish tank, snow globe, whatever you call it. My talk is for who can understand me. My conversations is for the people who have the same feelings. These feelings of an awareness. I challenge you to get some nice soft soil, good rich soil. Put your feet in it up to your ankle. Close your eyes and look directly at the sun. Eyes closed. And open your hands. And if possible, have no shirt on. If you're a man, if you're a woman, put on something skimpy so you want the sun to hit your body. And just like a plant, I want you to just soak in the rays. And then tell me, with all honesty, after about 10 or 15 minutes of this, tell me after you pulled your feet out of the ground, what